A person's greatness begins in the mind. That's an age-old principle that shaped the paths of countless high achievers, people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, The Rock Johnson, and Sarah Blakely. In his classic book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill famously wrote, "What you think about, you become." But if that's true, why do so many people fail to rise above mediocrity? Do they not dream big enough? Or do they simply not recognize their own potential? Today's story might hold the answer, and as we go along, you'll also learn a few new English expressions to help sharpen your language skills. So stick around until the end. I promise this one will be worth every second. In a bustling city, there lived a young artist named Alex. Every day, he would set up his easel on a busy street corner, creating beautiful paintings and sketches. As people hurried by, Alex would hope that someone might stop and drop a few coins into his hat. He dreamed of becoming a successful artist, but deep down, he believed that success was out of reach for someone like him. One sunny afternoon, as Alex was working on his latest piece, he noticed a well-dressed woman walking by, carrying a briefcase filled with important-looking documents. Alex thought to himself, "She must be wealthy and successful. Maybe if I ask her for money, she'll help me out." Gathering his courage, Alex called out, "Excuse me, ma'am. Could you spare some change for a struggling artist?" The woman paused and turned to face him, her eyes filled with a mixture of curiosity and wisdom. "Young man," she said gently, "do you always wait for others to give you something? Have you ever considered what you might be able to offer the world first?" Alex was taken aback by her response. "But ma'am," he stammered, "I'm just a poor artist. I don't have anything valuable to give." The woman's lips curved into a knowing smile as she replied, "If you truly believe you have nothing to offer, then you'll always remain empty-handed. Life is about exchange, my dear. When you learn to give first, you open the door to receiving abundance." With those words, she continued on her way, leaving Alex lost in thought. That night, as he lay in bed, the woman's words echoed in his mind. "If you want to receive, you must first give." He tossed and turned, unable to shake the feeling that he had been approaching his life and career all wrong. As the sun rose the next morning, Alex had an epiphany. He decided to change his approach completely. Instead of asking for money outright, he would offer something of value to those who passed by. With renewed enthusiasm, he gathered his art supplies and headed to his usual spot on the street corner. This time, Alex began creating small, colorful sketches on pieces of paper. As people walked by, he would offer these miniature artworks as gifts to those who dropped coins into his hat. To his amazement, people's reactions were overwhelmingly positive. They smiled, thanked him warmly, and often gave him more money than they might have otherwise. Day after day, Alex continued this new practice. He noticed that when he focused on giving value first, people were much more inclined to support him in return. His little sketches became popular among the locals, and soon regular customers began stopping by to see what new creations he had to offer. As weeks passed, Alex's confidence grew along with his earnings. He expanded his repertoire, creating larger paintings and experimenting with different styles. People began to take notice of his talent and dedication, and word of mouth spread about the generous artist on the street corner. One day, as Alex was packing up his supplies, he spotted the woman who had given him that life-changing advice weeks ago. Excitement bubbled up inside him as he called out to her, "Ma'am, do you remember me?" The woman turned and smiled warmly. "Of course I do. You're the young artist I spoke with a while back. How have you been?" Alex's face lit up as he shared his story. "Your words changed everything for me," he explained. "I started giving small sketches to people who supported me, and it's made all the difference. I'm earning more than ever, and people actually appreciate my art now." The woman nodded approvingly. "I'm so glad to hear that. You've learned a valuable lesson. When you focus on providing value to others, success naturally follows." Inspired by his newfound success and the woman's encouragement, Alex decided to take a leap of faith. He used his savings to rent a small storefront, transforming it into a charming art gallery where he could display and sell his work. To his amazement, the gallery quickly became a local sensation. People who had seen him on the street corner now came to admire his larger pieces and purchase his art. As his reputation grew, so did his clientele. Before long, Alex found himself hosting exhibitions and collaborating with other artists in the community. Looking back on his journey, Alex marveled at how drastically his life had changed. It all began with a shift in his mindset, from focusing on what he lacked to concentrating on what he could offer. By believing in the value of his art and generously sharing it with others, he had opened doors he never thought possible. As his success continued to grow, Alex made it a point to mentor young artists in the community, sharing the valuable lesson he had learned. He would often tell them, "Your thoughts and actions shape your future. Believe in your ability to create value, and the world will respond in kind." Alex's story serves as a powerful reminder that greatness truly does start with the way we think. When we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, from taking to giving, we unlock our true potential. It's not about waiting for opportunities to come our way, but about creating value and opening ourselves up to receive. So, the next time you find yourself struggling or feeling stuck, remember Alex's journey. Ask yourself, what can I give? How can I add value to others' lives? By changing your mindset and approaching life with a spirit of generosity, you may just find that your whole world begins to change. In the end, it all comes down to this simple truth. What you think about, you become. Your thoughts have the power to shape your reality, influence your actions, and ultimately determine your success. So choose your thoughts wisely, believe in your ability to contribute, and watch as doors of opportunity swing open before you.